few men escape from this situation. If a woman does this, leave immediately. And if a woman does this to you, you need to leave urgently. Certainly, there are some situations in which you should already be clear that if a woman does this while you are involved with her, you should leave immediately. For example, if a woman disrespects you regarding your past, such as comparing you to an ex, that is a serious form of disrespect. Or if she flirts with another man in front of you, even if you are not yet dating, that violates the code of ethics in a casual relationship. When you are involved with a woman, there is an expected level of respect, and this is a serious breach. Another situation is when a woman resorts to verbal aggression, insults, or uses low language. This is also a form of disrespect that deserves you to leave immediately. I hope you are already aware of this, but if not, I hope I have clarified it. I want to address a different situation, one in which many men do not make the decision to leave. This is the problem, and it may have been a challenge in your life, or perhaps you are facing it right now. There are two reasons why you might be going through this situation. The first is significant naivety. Perhaps you are genuinely unaware of this aspect that I will reveal, or maybe you have overcome this naivety but are now dealing with low self-esteem or a neediness that makes you tolerate this type of female behavior. So, what is the point at which, if a woman does this, you should leave immediately? Many men do not, and that is the biggest mistake they make. When a woman says she doesn't want you but doesn't use a direct dialect you can understand, she won't turn and say to your face something like, "Let me tell you something, I didn't like you, I'm not into you, I don't want you." Instead, she will use another type of language, and I will translate it for you so you can understand this other dialect that will come out of her mouth. What she really means is that she is not interested. So, you're there, haven't even started a relationship with the woman, maybe you've asked her out but it hasn't happened yet, and she starts raising objections. However, these objections don't seem to be valid or real excuses. She says things like it's complicated for her, being too focused on passing an exam, being very dedicated to her work, or having children. She raises an objection related to occupation, showing that she's always busy. This is the first way a woman says she's not interested. However, in other words, she's just making excuses because most people struggle to be direct. In summary, she's saying, "I'm not interested." Another thing that women say, which also means, "I don't want," is that they are indecisive. They say things like, "I'm confused," or, "I need time for myself." And why should you leave immediately in this situation? It may seem drastic, but that's exactly it, and I'll explain why. First, let's consider a context in which you accept this. If a woman says she's confused, needs time, or is busy, and you accept it, you put yourself in a state of indefiniteness, indecision, and uncertainty, known as limbo. Accepting this means you are willing to wait, overlook the situation, and invite her again in a few weeks. Understand that a woman who genuinely wants to go out with you and is busy will find a way to adjust her schedule. If she says something like, "I'm busy now, but next Friday I can make time," it's a sign that she's interested. Therefore, do not accept excuses like, "I'm busy," and do not stay in limbo because of it. Every time a woman comes with indecision, what you need to do immediately is position yourself. To position yourself does not mean accepting the situation and waiting passively. Instead, you must express your dissatisfaction. What you need to do immediately is assert yourself. Positioning yourself doesn't just mean saying something like, "Wow, if you're using this message to fool me, it's a joke." That doesn't make sense because what importance does this woman have for you to act like this? It's not a necessity, and this reactivity has no justification, especially if she's not your girlfriend. Even if she were your girlfriend, there's a more assertive way to deal with it in all situations of indecision, such as when a woman shows confusion with feelings and emotions. In all these moments, they are great opportunities for you to position yourself. Let me share a little secret. It may be that a woman comes to you with indecision about a future relationship, and deep down, way deep down, she's praying for you to position yourself. Deep down, unconsciously, she hopes that you will position yourself. The moment you position yourself can bring clarity and understanding. For example, responding to indecision with a simple, "okay," you are communicating that you understand and accept the situation. "Okay" can mean much more than just superficial agreement. Therefore, when she says something like, "I'm too busy," a simple, "okay," can convey the message that you understand and will move on with your life. "I'm going that way, and I'm already moving. I won't wait for you to figure out your confusion or become available. If she wants to wait, it's up to her, but I'm distancing myself." This positioning can be a crucial point for the woman to realize and recognize your emotional strength as a man, demonstrating a sense of urgency. By acting this way, you are communicating to the woman who already told you she's confused or busy that you won't be available indefinitely. By staying firm in this posture, you indicate that you are a man who refuses to be a plan B. This is particularly important in these moments because as you continue to stay in touch with a woman who has already given flimsy excuses, she begins to understand that she can count on you as a secondary option. The worst part is not just her loss of interest, but that every day you continue to subject yourself to this type of situation, you are compromising your self-esteem. Therefore, it is crucial to maintain a sense of self-worth and not submit to being a second option, thus reinforcing your self-esteem and self-respect. Every day that you subject yourself to a situation like this, it is crucial to understand that you should not accept limbo. If this woman really has something to resolve, let her resolve it, but you won't be waiting. You will be free, with your life in progress and focused on other things, no longer depending on her. She lost the attention level the moment she showed that you are not a priority and that her indecision will not be tolerated. By positioning yourself in this way, it's normal for the woman, even after you distance yourself, to still want to maintain contact. It may be surprising when she continues talking, even after saying she was busy or indecisive. In these cases, it's important to understand that she may be seeking two things: a man who boosts her ego or simply that she hasn't found a clear resolution for her feelings. This situation can be confusing because you may wonder why she continues talking, even after expressing her doubts or lack of interest. It's important to stay firm in your position, reinforcing that you will not accept being a second option. If she continues seeking contact, it may be an attempt to maintain attention or eventually understand her own feelings better. The essential thing is to maintain your self-esteem and not get involved in an indecisive emotional game. This woman may be seeking one of these two things: a man who boosts her ego or someone who fulfills her emotional needs. When a man praises, likes, and expresses admiration for a woman, providing a boost to her ego, or when he offers affection to fulfill her emotional needs, she may be attracted to these gestures. There is also the possibility that she is emotionally invested in someone else but seeks your attention when she is feeling needy or down. However, it's important to highlight that she may choose this behavior because, at some point, she realized that you allow this type of interaction. She acts this way because it's convenient for her. It's like having a plan C or D available to satisfy her emotional needs or ego. Therefore, the key is not to allow yourself to play that role in her life. Do not accept being used as a secondary option to fill her needs or massage her ego. Maintain a mindset of self-respect and do not submit to being just a temporary support in her life. You need to have this reasoning clear in your mind, especially when it comes to emotions. If a woman expresses doubts about being with you, consider it valuable and decisive information. It may even be helpful to express this to a woman who is thinking of ending a relationship, saying something like, "If you have doubts about being with me, then I already have all the information I need. I have no doubts that I want to be with someone who is sure they want to be with me." By adopting this mindset, you become more confident in dealing with different emotional situations. This allows you to leave complicated situations and decide to leave immediately when necessary. If this video was helpful to you, please leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and share. A strong embrace and see you soon.